to I think it's the telephone connection here, the cell phone connection. I have T-Mobile. I don't think T-Mobile is really great on the Big Island. The internet service is not really that good. Let me see if this is a little bit better. I'll wait to see if people start coming in to let me know if this is a little bit better. So, fathers in faith, when fathers attend religious services regularly, their children are over 80% more likely to continue attending as adults. Hey, you're back. Hey, what's up, KK? Is the stream better? Is it still lagging? Is this better? Yeah, once I figure out how to do that, I can put you in as a mod for sure. Is this better, KK? Is it clear? Is it still lagging? It's better? Okay. Yeah, once I figure it out, KK, I can definitely make you a mod. Oh, we should be good now? Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to turn off that Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was probably what was messing it up. Is it clear? Is it showing up clear for you guys? Is it showing up? Is the quality good? Yeah, sorry about that. I probably should have cut that Wi-Fi off. Um, yeah, it's clear. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, so Black fatherhood defies stereotypes. Black fathers are the most involved with their children in terms of daily caregiving. We're looking good about 480, 720p, so it's good. Nice, nice. Yeah, so it says here Black fathers are the most involved with their children in terms of daily caregiving, more so than white or Hispanic fathers. That's from the CDC. And this is crazy because, if you leave it up to a lot of the society and people who just hold on to that stinking thinking, they don't really believe Black fathers are involved. But here it says they are. Fathers influence career goals. Teenagers who report a close relationship with their father are more likely to pursue higher education and long term goals. Yeah, growing up, man, I didn't really have a dad day to day growing up, and it really, interfered with me and my father's relationship today. Where, when you don't have your dad in your life every day, I feel like the psychology between a man and children is a lot different between men and children. I don't know if it's because men, we just have this unconscious programming in our brains as kids to kind of look at our fathers with a little bit more fear. We tend to look at our fathers with a little bit more intimidation because men are strong. Men tend to have a little bit more of a hardness to them. And when you don't have your father with you every day, it's not uncommon for kids to be scared of their fathers, and enough is not said about, when men, for whatever reason, the relationship doesn't work out with the woman of the mother of their child, you know, there's a lot of just, animosity against the man. You don't really see that with women. Like when the relationship doesn't work and for whatever reason the father has to leave the woman or the woman has to leave the father, depending on if it was like some serious abuse issues, you don't really see a lot of the men, really attacking the mothers, unless, like I said, there was a history there where it was like, okay, she may have done something, she may have violated him, then, and each case is different. But in my therapy work, it just seems like it's so easy to slip into the father as the villain, when even if, say, for example, you guys just had personality differences or that just the chemistry wasn't there, you may have rushed to have kids. A lot of people want to have these families so fast, and it just seems like, I mean, it doesn't really care as long as I am alive. Yeah. And it's just like it seems like it's so easy for the man to be put into the role of the villain. I came out the military, serving my country, and I love my kids, but it was like as soon as things didn't work out with me and their mom, it was just like, I was the bad guy. and I was still involved in my kid's life. It wasn't like I abandoned my kids, neglected them. I was still there. I still showed up. But I just feel like a lot of girls when they're young, and they're in their feelings, it's so easy for them to just attack the man. Sometimes even in front of the kids. That's one thing I try not to do is, disrespect the mother of my children in front of my kids. So it's just and this is just me not trying to beat people up or anything like that, but to really teach you young men a lesson. Like, you need to be very intentional when you're entering a relationship with a woman. You better make sure that woman respects you, even if you guys. And sometimes conflict isn't always a bad thing. Conflict can let you know the quality of the respect that's there. Because if everything is all good, everything is smooth, and there's no issues, you're not going to really know if this person, is really honoring you as a human being. It goes deeper than just, oh, I like you, or I think you're cute. You need to make sure this person is honoring you as a human being. Because when you get a kid with this person, kids change, children change the relationship dynamic a lot. When you're just dating, hanging out, and going to the movies, doing things when kids are not involved, it's like you don't really think about, oh, this is going to be like this forever. No, as soon as you have children, it's like it can make or break the relationship. It really can. And, people don't talk enough about that. You got to really test women out, young men. You got to really test them out, and the women need to do the same. But this is me talking to the men. I'm not a woman, so I can't put myself in a woman's shoes. But for the men, you need to really test this woman out. Don't rush into making kids with someone. He says, that's why I'm trying to formulate a future with this girl. She always respected me, trusted me, loved me, even though through the hardships. I know how hard it is to find a girl like that these days. Yeah, I'm not trying to villainize women and say they're bad or anything like that, but women are emotional creatures, okay? That's a fact. Men are too. So it's like, and they love their children. When women have children, you might don't be unsurprised, guys, if she's putting that child over you, because that's just the woman's nature. And men, we got to get better at understanding that too. Just because that woman or that female is prioritizing that child, and you feel like you're taking second seat, it doesn't mean she hates you or she doesn't love you. She's following her maternal instincts. She's going to protect that child. So don't, try not to interpret it and get into distorted thinking. You know, and this is just me giving you guys my life experiences, okay? Your life experiences is not going to be like mine. Some of you guys may experience some of the things that I experience, but I'm just giving it to you real. Um, when that baby comes in, you might have been number one. You was getting all the sweetest day cards. So true. Can't be getting jealous over the baby. It's the nurturing nature of the mother. Yeah, you was getting all the cards on sweetest day. She was taking care of you, making you coffee every day. Everything was about you, right, fellas? As soon as that baby came in, you started drinking water in the morning. You had to get up and iron your own clothes. You looking around like, hey, where's my everyday coffee? That's because you got a kid now. It's not about you anymore, just you. It's about that baby too. And a lot of guys can't, we can be selfish guys, and it's hard for us to make that transition, right? We didn't get a book or a rule book to this, but you got to make that transition. It's not about you anymore. It's about that child, you know. And women are in a tight place because they're like, well, we got this kid. I got to take care. I don't want to mismodel to my child that they're not important. And, so sometimes it can be hard for them to find that balance. So I understand them, but just be talking to the men. You better make sure you get a woman that, and it takes time, that really honors you, really respects you. Because if she doesn't, and if you don't respect her, and if you don't honor her, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You see it all over the media. You see it all over the news of guys getting in situations with women who they think they're going to be together forever. She thinks they're going to be together forever. As soon as a kid comes, all that stuff changes. I want to say, what's the guy name? Girl named Holly Bailey, and DDG. They was thinking everything was lovey-dovey. They were like the face of the couples and everything is beautiful. As soon as that kid came in, now they're in court and fighting and all these different things. You got to really make sure your relationship is solid. Children with engaged fathers are less likely to experience depression, anxiety, and stress. This is from the American Academy of Pediatrics. And of course, this just depends on the quality of that father's parenting, right? Sometimes you can have a man in the house. I remember growing up, not having my dad as a kid, and I used to see kids with their fathers, and I used to be so jealous, guys. I used to see how it seemed like my friends were just raising hell to their parents. And, I'm living with my grandma, mom over here, dad over there. And I used to always be interested, like, man, how come kids who got their parents are so rebellious? It's just like, man, if they could see how it feels just to wake up and you ain't got nobody that's your like immediate caregiver, like your father or mother, that can really understand you. You're waking up in somebody else's home. You might got your grandma. I grew up with my grandmother, and thank God for my grandma, but that's different from like your mom and dad, right? I used to always be interested, like, damn, how come kids that got their parents, it just seems like they're so rebellious, like, and it's not all, you got kids who honor their parents, but it just, when I was growing up, it just seemed like they just didn't appreciate having a dad and having a mom. And, and you got to appreciate your parents, man, because I'm looking at some of these adults now, and I'm just like, man, because all adults are is just, uh, advanced children, because a lot of these adults are still holding on to mother wounds, father wounds. These adults don't get fooled by, definitely say I took that, even though they were divorced. At least they're still both actively present in my life. I have to go to work now, Randy. Have a blessed Father's Day. Praying for you and your family. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. You have a blessed day too, man. I appreciate you. God bless you. Praying you have a good work day. I appreciate it. Um, if you go to any adult today and you ask them about any sort of painful experience from their childhood or any positive experience, you better believe these adults are going to remember. You know, some of these adults can remember their childhood more than they can remember what they ate for breakfast. Come on, man. You ask them, hey, how was your relationship with your dad? How was your relationship with, so and so? They're going to remember that experience, So a lot of these adults, just advanced children, they're still holding on to a lot of these early childhood memories, these early childhood wounds. And that's a lot of times why they have such strong beliefs, against the world, against people, and against themselves, is because they're still living off of that format from their early childhood. Believe that. So here are some quotes on fathers. A father doesn't tell you how to live. He lives and lets you watch. With my kids, I talk to them and try to educate them and tell them what's right from wrong and things that they should do, but just watch my example. Watch what I do. I can tell you a whole lot of things. All it's going to do is going to win out the ear and out the other with these kids. That's why I'm glad I'm making these videos. My son, he actively and tentatively watches all my videos. He's time stamping all these videos, and I'm glad he is. And I want him to remember it, and I want him to keep watching it, because I'm pouring my heart out in this. And this is years of experience as a counselor, as a father, as a man. So I may not be able to tell you flowery words, son, and tell you all the different things. And, I might not be the author or the best communicator, but you can always go back to these videos, even when I'm dead and gone, and look at, some of the things that I've learned, and the teachings and the wisdom that I'm trying to share. First ever anchor. Strong fathers raise strong minds. Any man can be a father, but it takes heart to be a dad. A father's love is quiet strength. Fathers plant seeds of wisdom that their children grow into. The way a dad loves shapes the way a child sees the world. Fathers are not just protectors, they are teachers of courage. Being a dad is the most important legacy a man can leave. And behind every confident child is a father who believed first. So we had some stats earlier Over 70% of fathers today say they are actively involved in their children's daily lives, more than any previous generation. The number of stay at home fathers has nearly doubled since the 1990s, reflecting a shift towards balanced parenting and emotional presence. Children with involved fathers are 43% more likely to earn A's in school and 33 less likely to exhibit behavioral problems. So we're seeing this shift in men being more present at home, being more involved in their children's life, which is awesome. You know, just wanted to shout out all the fathers out there. It is a very thankless job. Being a father is a very difficult job, especially in this era where the men are kind of against the women are kind of against the men. People are getting really poor examples of what it means to be a man. And the fathers are not really respected, man. You know, they're really not respected. And, you know, it's really sad. It's really sad, you know, and it's just you got to still stay involved in your children's life, even if you're not getting the respect that you want. Still love your kids, still take care of your kids, still support their mother, because really loving your kids is also, you know, supporting the mom and making sure she's able to take care of the kids. But being a father is a very thankless job. I really truly believe that. That's why I'm always telling people just to hold off on having children right away, because it just can really make a bad situation worse when you're not prepared, you know, to really raise that child. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick live stream celebrating the fathers for Father's Day, and thank you guys for watching and tuning into the channel. I've been seeing my viewers have been increasing, and I've been getting a lot of love and support. My subscribers are going up. I have some videos that are going to be coming out soon. I did a couple videos this weekend. I'm going to take them over to get edited. Hey, what's up, KK? I'm about to head out here soon. Just wanted to show some support. What's your plans for today, KK? You have anything going on? Yeah, numbers are going up. You know, my channel is not doing crazy numbers. You know, I think it's just, you know, it's going to take time to really understand the YouTube algorithm. Oh, that's all good. Congratulations on your new relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, yeah, YouTube is texting my girlfriend all day. I just walked her home. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. What's your plans for today on this Sunday? That's really nice. Really cool. Yeah, YouTube is it's almost like a college. They need to create a YouTube college course where you know, they teach you about how to really, you know, gaming. I know that's right. Nice. What type of games do you play? Somebody create like a YouTube college course, man, where we could just kind of study this offline. You know, right now we're kind of learning as we go. You know, I've been watching some videos for some really great content creators on just different metrics and things like that. You do Fortnite, nice. That's cool. Nice. Fortnite is good. Fortnite is good. Fortnite is good. I can't. I try to learn how to play Fortnite. It's so complicated for me. It's so complicated. We'll probably just hang out today. It's a little bit rainy out here, so we're out here on the Big Island. Yeah, I tried to do Fortnite, and you know, my son, he's really good. I couldn't do it. No, I feel you. I understand. I understand. Um, but yeah, somebody create like a YouTube university where we could kind of learn this YouTube thing, because it's really difficult. My son, he's 17. He'll be 18 this December. We used to play Fortnite together when he was a little bit younger. I don't know if he plays it so much now, but Fortnite is really difficult, really challenging. It's just really cool though. I like the idea of it, but you got to put some time in Fortnite to really to get it. Um, yeah, I'll see if he still plays. I'm not sure. I can see if he still gets down on the Fortnite. Yeah, but thank you to all my viewers. Thank you for everybody supporting me. Appreciate you, KK. You always showing up. I don't really have a whole lot of viewers. I'm not really a real popular channel, you know. I just try to support the men, the young men, and also by way of the women too, by giving you guys some insight into some of these men psychology and conversations, you know. But supporting men is not popular, man. A lot of people look at us like dirtbags. You know, a lot of guys are honestly not really represented. I look in the media, a lot of entertainers who I looked up to, people who I really was really proud of, just disappoint me, man. And men are looking bad, you know. So anytime you're trying to do anything to support the men, you know, it's not going to be popular. You know, people don't really give a care, you know. But I'm gonna keep supporting you guys, you know, and keep cheering for you guys, you know, regardless of what anybody else think. You know, you guys keep your head up. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers that are involved. God bless you guys. All right. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, KK, for joining the stream. You guys stay blessed. Peace.